It's a wonderful game that the mind plays. It's a wonderful game. It's and I've said this before, that sixth sense, its function is to create. It creates, and it's remarkably creative. It has the capacity to create the illusion of a personal, separate, isolated self. That is fully believed in only by that that's doing the creating. There's no there's no personal you. There's not. Like there's no individual you there. It's purely all made up by the mind. Completely.
I must tell you, the mind here has done a pretty good job of this
Oh
creation.
yeah. Oh yeah, so had mine. So had mine. Don't worry about that.
Same
I'm
here.
yeah, like really creative, yeah. So yeah. Um the real trick is that the mind, you have to understand that it's the mind that is believing all this stuff, not you. That's got to be seen. That must be seen. It's not you. And whilst you believe it's you, there will be the next thought that will come up, which is, oh, what do I need to now do? How do I deal with this? That's all mind. Yeah. So, why is this so difficult? I'll tell you why it's so difficult. And this will only be seen when it's seen. Okay. What happens is the mind steps in, which it's done for many, 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 many years in your life. Yep. In our lives. What it did, you know, who knows how far back, right? What it does is it hijacks this sense of presence, awareness, consciousness, and says, I am that.
Well,
Then what arises
mhm.
from that is me is aware. It is me that is aware of everything that's going on. It is me that is aware of thoughts. So the mind will step in and hijack this sense of presence, this awareness, this consciousness, this seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling. It will say, I am seeing. No. Just awareness is seeing. I am tasting. Nope. There's just tasting. And this is what makes it so difficult, because on one hand, you get told there is no Costa. It's a total illusion, right? But the experience that you experience is, but I'm here.
Yeah.
That's the experience, right? And you are here. You are here, but you are not what you think you are. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you are here.
Yes.
And what I'm referring to there is consciousness, awareness, being, that you are actually experiencing. Yeah. The mistake is the mind steps in and says, I am the consciousness. I am the beingness. I am the awareness. And
Is it
then,
the
and then we say, yeah, the me's got to go. Has to be seen for what it is. It's got to go. Yeah. And then the me interprets that as Jesus. If I've got to go, right? And this is logical, right? If I've got to go, if there is no me, yeah, then there's no this sense of me being here and present. And it interprets that literally as death.
Mm.
Because the mind will interpret, it having to leave as presence, awareness, consciousness is also going to have to go because I am that. And it won't let go of that because it interprets that as death.
Yeah.
Now, what if the me or the mind isn't that presence, awareness, consciousness? And you experience it. You have times, you have moments, Costa, I know you have, where the mind is in abeyance. And all there is the experience of being aware, consciousness. There is just that experience. In the absence of thoughts going off. You would have experienced that. Yeah?
Yeah. So the one of the satsangs, Terry, you said it in a very clear way, and that actually flashed here. Actually, it changed the whole perspective. It was that the me anyway is a fiction, right? Is a fictitious kind of character, presence, etc. What it is awareness. So it's awareness playing this game actually of being the me.
Yeah.
Is
Yes.
so.
But but the me interprets it the other way around.
Yes, interprets the other way around. But when you said that the other day, actually, it changed completely 180 degrees.
Yeah, that's good.
Something of the way I was seeing things, because before I was seeing it as the me here trying to find consciousness or awareness, and that it had to disappear, as you said, and the fear. But on the other, when you turn it the other way around, and it's awareness, always awareness exists, nothing else, but simply it plays a role, and it doesn't, it's not awake yet. It's sleep, or playing this kind of theater, right?
Mm.
When you take it the other way around, you say, well, I was always awareness. Simply right now, I don't see it. I'm playing this character, right?
Mm. Mm.
And this change, yeah.
Like when you dream at night when you're asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're on the bed, sound asleep, yeah, dream starts to happen. Yeah. Yourself or your dreamed fictitious character arises in the dream. Yeah. That's not real. That's not you. That character that arises in the dream is not you. It's not who you are. And in that dream, there'll be buildings and cars and mountains that look like they've been there for millions of years, and all sorts of emotions will seem to be experienced in that dream. Fear can be experienced in that dream. Yeah. Happiness can be experienced in that dream. Joy, laughter can be experienced in that dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anger can be experienced in that dream. And the dream character in that dream believes it's experiencing all that stuff, does it not?
Yeah. It does.
Yep. Totally convinced. Yet, if I were to come up to you and gently whisper in your ear while the body's asleep on the bed and say, Costa, come on, man, time to wake up. Hello, Costa, come on, it's time to wake up. Am I talking to the dream character in the dream? Am I asking the dream character in the dream to wake up?
No.
Okay, so when you do wake up, what happens to the dream character?
Yeah, it immediately known that it was just a dream character. Yeah.
Right. So, Costa, the exact same thing is happening here. That's why I often say, yeah, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to the person that you believe yourself to be. I wouldn't waste my time. Yeah. That I'm talking to is that you actually are. It is that needs to wake up from the dream, not the character.
Mm.
Yeah. So what we're trying to do is attempt to get that you actually are to see that this that you think you are is just a dreamed character. It's like a little bit of a stirring. I'm trying to stir you, if you like, before you wake up. Just trying to stir you and get you to see, hang on, man, this is a dream. Can you see that this is a dream? Can you hear me speaking? Can you hear I'm not in the dream? I'm speaking to you from somewhere else. Costa, come on, man, you're asleep. You're dreaming. Costa. Yeah. Then you awaken and fully see that it was all dreamed, all in the mind, all imagination, all of it. And when you're awake, all you could say is, oh, I'm fully present. I'm fully aware. I'm fully conscious of now, here, instead of that contained little dreamed world that you were experiencing, let's say, when you were asleep. Like, if you look at the content and your experience of self in a dream that you have when you're asleep, yeah? Look at the content of that and the sensation of self in that dream, yeah? So you've got that, all right? And then we park that for a moment, right? Then we've got this stuff that happens through the course of the day for you as you're living your life and doing whatever it is that you're doing, yeah? Which is thoughts and et cetera, right? So then we've got that, right? And we'll just pop that aside for a moment, okay? Then what we have is just this sense of presence, consciousness, being right here. So there's that, yeah? So we've got three things there. Out of those three things, which two are the same?
Yeah. The dream and the day life, yes.
Yeah. That's why one's referred to as the sleeping dream and the other's referred to as the waking dream.
Yeah.
They're both dreams. They're literally both dreams. Now, look at the clarity. Look at, reflect on a dream that you've had recently when your body's been asleep on the bed. Yeah. Look at the clarity of the content of that dream. Contrast, literally the clarity of it. Okay. Look at that. Yeah. Then look at the clarity of the stuff that goes on in your head when you're supposedly awake and functioning throughout the day. Yeah. Look at the clarity inside the mind I'm talking about, because there'll be images, there's all sorts of stuff rises in the mind. It's not just chatter. You'll see things as well, right? Okay. And you look at the clarity of that. Yeah. So you've got those two things. You just pop them over there. Now compare that, both of those, to the clarity of right here, right now. Right here, right now. Hearing this sound, watching these hands. Look at the desk, look at your laptop, look at it. Look at the sharp edges of it. Look at the color of it. Look at the shadows, the colors. Look at it. Look at it. Now, compare this to the clarity of the mind stuff that you experience throughout the course of the day when you think you're awake. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then and compare this to the clarity of the dream stuff that you have when the body's sound asleep on the bed.
Yeah.
They're so muddy compared to this. This. There's no comparison. Absolutely no comparison. Both of those, yeah, are mind-made, imagined. I'm talking about the sleeping dream and the waking
Yes.
dream.
Yes.
Yeah, like, yeah. Compared to this. Hello. Yeah. And that we're taking ourselves to be is either the character in the dream when you're asleep or the character in the mind when you believe you're awake. It's funny. Yeah. It's just compared to like this right now, Costa. This. See, this is just pure consciousness, pure awareness. It doesn't need the mind, doesn't need the story that goes on in the mind. It's profoundly beautiful, exquisite. Like, it's beautiful. You know, the mind might acknowledge it's beautiful, but the experience is it's beautiful.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what did Sailor Bob used to say? You wouldn't be dead for quids. You wouldn't. You will fight, you will do whatever it is to stay alive. Why? Because this is awesome. Until this is interpreted by mind.
Yeah,
Once
because mind does not find it so beautiful. It says it's, it's boring.
That's right. And and the reason for that, mind can't experience this. It can't. All it has is an idea or a concept or a belief of this. It can't experience this.
Yeah.
And because it can't experience this, yeah, what it does, it goes to its belief or its concept or its idea of this. And because it can't experience this, it goes, a bit drab. God, I hope this isn't it. It's a bit boring. Like, nothing's going on. It's void. It's empty. It's kind of nothing. This isn't what I expected awakening to be. Must be down the wrong track. Okay. And then off it'll go.
Yeah, and then it tries to find a practice to track the now all the time, and
And it
there's a lot
can't.
of effort, and
Yeah.
it cannot.
And it can't. So if it can't know, leave it alone. Really. Leave it alone. Yeah, that's easier said than done. But you just look. You are either what the mind is telling you you are, or what you are is this that you're directly experiencing. Are you conscious right now?
Yeah, when you ask that question, yeah, of course I'm conscious, but I'm conscious of something, of things.
No. That's not what I'm asking you. I didn't. I know. Right?
Yeah.
But you listen to the question. I'm not asking you if you are conscious of anything. I'm just saying, are you conscious? Full stop.
Yeah.
See, it's only the mind. See, the mind doesn't understand that.
Yeah. I've
It
spent so much time on this question,
yeah.
to really, am I aware? Am I conscious? Of course, immediately, you exist, you're conscious, you're aware. But then there is this me kind of character that's there. It says, I'm conscious, I'm aware. But of course, not referring to that me, right? So this is the battle.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier. The me hijacks the sense of presence, or hijacks consciousness.
So the sense of presence is real. It's just not me. Actually,
Correct.
It's not the me. It's not something different. It's just the sense of presence.
Correct. But what is it that makes the me feel so bloody real?
Yeah.
Is the me has hijacked or taken ownership of this presence.
Yeah.
Because the presence, the awareness, conscious cannot be denied. It is.
Yeah.
It totally is.
Yeah.
But me, at some point, has claimed ownership of it. I am that. The me says, I am that. This is my consciousness. This is my awareness. It's not even I am that. Like, it's I own that. It's my consciousness. It's my presence. It's my awareness.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
which is only a thought. Yeah. And then, so there's the assumption or the belief, yeah, that this is my consciousness, yeah, this is me, and it's my consciousness, it's my awareness, and yeah, and we never look any further than that ever again. We believe that. We believe that. And we never, and then, because we don't ever question that again, then the me goes off trying to find its real self. It literally does. It goes off trying to find itself. And yeah, that's that makes the me feel so bloody real and so tangible and so here is pure misidentification. Yes, there is here. Yes, there is presence. Yes, there is consciousness. No doubt. It's just got nothing to do with the me. Zero.
But then, Terry, if there is here, and there is this presence consciousness, now this here actually makes the there, right? So makes again duality, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There is an expectation here that once, you know, this will be revealed, that there's not going to be a sense here, because a sense here will not be oneness.
No, there'll be both, because everything is one.
It's not the same, but it's one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, but everything is one. But you awaken to that you actually are, instead of believing that you're whatever the mind is telling you are. You awaken to that you are. So the mind will still operate after awakening. After you awaken, it'll still operate. Because you're everything. Because there is only one. Therefore, it includes everything.